Sam Darnold, a Jet no more. A big development in the NFL as the Jets have now traded Sam Darnold to the Carolina Panthers. This, according to ESPN and Adam Schefter, who says the Jets are trading quarterback Sam Darnold to the Carolina Panthers in exchange for a 2021 sixth-round draft pick and a second and a fourth in 2022. So this puts to bed all of the talks about, are the Jets going to hold on to Sam Darnold? Is Robert Saleh, the new head coach of the Jets, sold on Darnold? And might he pass up drafting a quarterback? We know the answer to that question is no. Darnold is now officially a Carolina Panther, and the Jets are on the clock at number 2. And we know exactly one of the big names that's been reported in the draft to probably go to the Jets, and that is BYU standout Zach Wilson. Now, a lot of people think that Wilson is arguably the second best quarterback right behind Trevor Lawrence. And, there's a little bit of competition with Justin Fields and Mac Jones, but it looks like Zach Wilson is the guy for the New York Jets. And the era of Darnold in New York is obviously over. And it's unfortunate because there were many times where Sam Darnold showed promise. There were many times in his 3 years in New York where he showed that he not only had the ability to be an NFL QB and a starter and possibly a franchise guy, but even for a minute, there was a minute last year when the Jets down the stretch went 6-2, where people were like, Sam Darnold could have a standout year next year. But that didn't end up happening. And the biggest factor in that decision was coaching. The Jets decided to stick it out with Adam Gase. And they decided that Adam Gase was the person, he was the head coach to elevate Sam Darnold, even though Adam Gase has never been able to elevate a quarterback. This has never happened. Even the year that everyone was raving about him and Jay Cutler, he was never actually able to do much to elevate Jay Cutler's game. But they stuck it out with him. And this is the end result. Now Gase is gone, now the GM's gone, and now Darnold is gone. So Sam Darnold, we'll talk about what this means for the Panthers in just a second. But, Sam Darnold is I think he's the epitome of a player who has the talent, but unfortunately never had the supporting cast, and he never had the competent coaching and the organizational structure behind him. And that's unfortunate because he actually did a lot better than some people expected. Some people thought he was coming out a little too early. Some people thought that he might need another year in college, but he has the tools and the mechanics and the arm to be an NFL quarterback. The consistency is his problem. The consistency is Sam Darnold's problem, and that's the reason, one of the reasons they're going in this direction. The other big factor is Sam Darnold's about to go into his 4th year. Typically, when a quarterback goes into his 4th year, you know whether or not you're going to re-sign them, because then the contract's up, 5th-year option, all that kind of stuff gets into play. And is Sam Darnold the type of quarterback? Is he the guy? Has he proven it in New York that he can lead that team to the playoffs and be that franchise quarterback? The answer was unknown. Therefore, I think for them, it became, we're not going to pay Sam Darnold franchise quarterback money just to hold on to him, especially when we have the option of taking someone at number 2 that we are possibly more confident in, that we know more about, and that is our guy. Remember, Robert Saleh is going into his 1st year. He has a chance to pick his quarterback, other than Trevor Lawrence. He has a chance to pick his quarterback of the field. So he's going to be able to pick his quarterback. I think that also factored into this decision. The money that they're going to be paying Zach Wilson compared to Sam Darnold over the next few years is obviously factored into this decision. And Sam Darnold's quarterback play has factored into this decision as well. And inconsistently kills people's starting career as a quarterback. You have to be consistent. If you're not going to last long as a starter. Now, for Carolina in this, I think this might not be them going all in on Sam Darnold because, when you think about what they traded for him, everyone was talking about, well, what's Sam Darnold worth? And we just found out what he's worth. He's worth a sixth in year one and a second and a fourth in year two, which, all things considered, is not terrible. It's not, it's not like a lot, right? It's not a first round pick, but a second rounder and in a fourth, like those are picks. Those are good picks that could turn into quality players. That the Panthers are going all in on Sam Darnold, I guess, this year. There's unfortunately going to be no Gardner Minshew in Carolina, but we'll get to that later. But they're going in on Sam Darnold saying, hey, this guy has tools. This guy has the potential. He's probably better than Teddy Bridgewater is right now. Let's try it for a year. If it works and it works well, then, we can move forward in that direction. If not, we're probably going to be bad anyway, so let's draft a quarterback in 22. And they'll still have that first round pick. So that's, I think, going to be the Carolina Panthers side of this. And I think they're using Sam Darnold as kind of a test, but also a stopgap. Very similar to how they used Teddy Bridgewater last year. So that's going to be in Sam Darnold's future. But, man, this is big. So we know for a fact, though, now that the Jets are going quarterback at number 2. That's been put to bed. Sam Darnold is going to be a Carolina Panther. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.